Hey guys, welcome to Planning with Crystal. So today's video is going to be a descaling of the Nespresso Creatista Pro machine. So your machine will tell you when you need to descale it. It'll come up with a little message, and this particular machine will allow you to make 30 coffees before it decides it's going to stop working if you've not done the descaling process. So it's really important that you do it, because otherwise your machine will just stop. But actually it's really good anyway for the machine to make sure that you are keeping it clean and obviously following the manufacturer's instructions. So today I'm going to take you through the whole process. We're going to be using the Nespresso descaling kit. This is the one that Nespresso themselves sell. And then inside the box you actually get two descaling liquids. You only need to use one for this process, so it will last you 2 cycles of descaling. The sort of instructions that come with it don't actually tell you how to descale. The machine will tell you how to do a lot of it, but I'm going to try and make it simple for you and just tell you the easiest way I find to do this and what kind of equipment and things you'll need. So you are now looking at descaling your machine. You're going to need your descaling liquid and also some scissors to open the descaling liquid, and you're also going to need a 1 litre container, or I just use 2 jugs. So they say you need a receptacle that will hold a litre of water, which is 1 3/4 pints of water or thereabouts. So what you do before you actually start the process is you need to make sure that you've lifted up the capsule lever, just to make sure that you haven't got any capsules left in there. Now you should in theory be lifting it up after every coffee anyway, so that it drops out of the machine and into the capsule container, but just in case, just make sure you double check that. And then you need to make sure that you cleaned out your capsule container and that there's no capsules left in there, as during the process that will fill with some water. Similarly, you need to make sure that you have emptied your drip tray as well. So first of all then, you will switch on the machine. You will just click the little lines button and go to descale. And as it says, it'll take 15 minutes. You'll need a 1 litre or 36 ounce container and a descaling solution. So then what you're also going to do is you're going to make sure that you fill up the tank at the back with fresh water up to the 500 ml descale level, which is marked for you on there. Then what we're going to do is we're going to just take that off, get our descaling solution. Now you want to be really careful with this because it is corrosive. You don't want to be getting it on your skin, and if you do, you obviously have to thoroughly wash it off. So I just make a little snip there in that top corner and then carefully pour it in, because you don't really want to get it on your surfaces either, because I don't think it would do them any good and they'd have to wipe it up pretty quick. So you can see it's this rather pink coloured liquid. Let's just pop the lid back on there again. Of course, we're going to make sure we've got that pushed in, and we're going to put the jugs underneath the steam wand and the coffee spouts. Like I said, you could use 1 big container if you've got the right container. It depends what you've got. And then we're going to go back to the menu and just simply, once you've done all that, click start. So it now is going to tell you to eject the capsule. We've already done that. Remove an empty capsule container, drip tray and water tank, done that. Then it says fill the water tank up to the descale symbol, done that. Add the descaling solution, we've done that. Reattach the water tank, drip tray and capsule container, yep. Place the container under the spout, yep. So start. Okay, so I just switched my camera off for a minute while I was doing that, because I thought it'd be pretty boring just watching the water going through the machine. So you can see that the side that's got the coffee spout, and of course this particular machine has got a spout for water and a spout for coffee, and it's running water through both, so you can imagine that needs to be, if you're using 2 containers, a bigger receptacle. Whereas over here there's barely any. I had to go through the steam wand. So if you're looking at different container sizes, it might be useful to know that. So the next step now is going to be to pour this away and give it a good clean. So I've emptied the 2 jugs. Now what we need to do is just empty the little drip tray. There's hardly any water gone in at this point, but I will just give it a quick tip out. And you also need to empty any water in this bottom drip tray, which has got a little bit of water in there after this process. You then need to empty your water container of any residual chemical and water, give it a good rinse, and then you're going to fill up the water tank to the maximum level with your fresh water. So we've got the fresh water tank now filled up to the fill mark. Water tank's gone back on the back of the machine. Then of course you're going to want to put your little receptacle things back. Now we will start the first rinse cycle. So you just quite simply click start. Again, for the rinse cycle, I just switched off the camera so you weren't watching all the water coming out. But you can see on this cycle, it's even more important that if you are using 2 containers, the one on the left be the bigger container, because it does dispense a heck of a lot more water out of those 2 spouts than this one. So that's the first water cycle. We're going to go and do another water cycle. So all we're going to do now is empty these 2 jugs. I'm going to empty the capsule container, but again, not much water in there. We're going to empty the drip tray, which is where most of the water's ended up. We've got this much water left in our water tank, so I'm going to fill it back up to the top for the final rinse cycle. We're going to put our empty containers back under there again. So as it says there about emptying and discarding the contents and then replacing them in the machine. And then click start again for the final rinse cycle. And then, as it says, remove and discard the contents of the container and drip tray, then replace it onto the machine. And then it's all done. You can click finish and you can start making drinks again. So I think you'll agree that was a pretty easy descaling process. Hopefully it's made it a little bit easier watching this video, and I'm just showing you, like I said, how I descale my coffee machine. So I thought I'd just make myself a little latte to kind of celebrate the fact that I've just descaled the machine. So I do hope you've enjoyed watching this video. If you'd like to see more Nespresso videos, I'll link them at the end of this video. So I've done unboxings and reviews of a few of the Nespresso machines that I own, and if there are any particular Nespresso videos that you would like to see, leave me a comment underneath and I'll see what I can do. Thank you so much for watching. I do hope you will give me a thumbs up, and please subscribe to make sure you don't miss any more of my videos. Bye guys!